The story opens with a slow, sweeping shot of Earth from space. The camera zooms in, showing a peaceful planet teeming with life, oblivious to the threat lurking above. Suddenly, the silence is shattered as a fleet of massive alien ships, the HFY war vessels, appear in orbit, as if from thin air. They're dark, intimidating, and appear almost out of nowhere, emerging from the blackness of space like a nightmare come to life. The first strike happens so quickly that humanity barely has time to react. One of the HFY ships releases a volley of energy beams, and within seconds, a major city is engulfed in a fiery explosion. Buildings crumble, the ground shatters, and thick plumes of smoke rise into the atmosphere. A once thriving metropolis is now nothing but a smoldering ruin. The scene is violent, chaotic, and sudden, an overwhelming show of force that leaves no room for doubt. The aliens are here, and they mean business. On Earth, panic sets in instantly. Sirens blare across the cities, and people scramble for shelter as news broadcasts flash emergency alerts. The streets are flooded with terrified citizens fleeing the destruction, unsure of where to go or what to do. Governments issue urgent orders for defense, but it's clear, Earth wasn't prepared for this kind of attack. The HFY ships are far more advanced than anything humanity has ever seen. Their weapons are deadly, their technology light years ahead. They have come to conquer. In this moment of crisis, Earth's last hope lies with an elite military force known as the Earth Resistance. Trained, determined, but under-equipped, they are humanity's final line of defense. They are our best chance at survival. But even they know the odds are stacked against them. The HFY are technologically superior, armed with weapons that can obliterate entire cities with a single shot. Humanity's advanced weaponry, cloaking devices, and robots are nothing compared to the overwhelming alien might. Yet, just as things seem their darkest, something unexpected happens. Amid the smoke and destruction, the sound of human war music begins to fill the air. A mixture of rock anthems, heavy metal, and war chants starts to broadcast over every communication channel. Resistance groups across the globe use their last-ditch effort to fight back with their own unique weapon, the human spirit. These songs, battle cries from Earth's past, serve as a defiant declaration of resistance. The sound roars through the chaos, cutting through the tension, and catches the aliens completely off guard. The HFY had expected fear. They assumed humans would cower, surrender, or flee in terror. But instead, they hear something entirely different: rage, defiance, and pride. It's the sound of humans refusing to give up without a fight. The aliens are confused, unsettled, and uncertain about how to proceed. The music is jarring to their advanced sensory systems, causing minor glitches in their communications. It's clear that the humans won't simply lie down and die. They're going to fight back. The first real counterattack comes just hours later. Captain Riley, leader of the Earth Resistance, coordinates a daring mission to ambush an alien scouting party. Her team is small, but their resolve is unbreakable. Using their knowledge of the alien tech and their own homemade sound-based weapons, they manage to disrupt the aliens' cloaking devices and communication systems. The alien scouts, expecting an easy sweep of the area, are instead met with a violent surprise. In the chaos of the battle, Riley's team uses the loud, chaotic music to their advantage, creating waves of sonic interference that knock the aliens' tech offline. Cloaking devices malfunction, and their communication systems begin to fail. The HFY's robotic soldiers freeze in place, confused, their AI struggling to interpret the human sounds. The Resistance takes full advantage of the confusion, attacking the alien forces with a combination of hand-to-hand combat, explosives, and guerrilla tactics. In the end, the human team emerges victorious. Though the victory is small, it is a victory nonetheless. This first victory is pivotal. It proves that the humans are more than just survivors. They are resilient. Against all odds, they've struck a blow to the alien invaders. For the first time since the invasion began, the aliens are rattled. They had underestimated humanity's ability to fight back. They thought humans would be easy to crush, but instead, the HFY are faced with a fight they never expected. The humans, though outmatched and outgunned, have shown that they can adapt, outsmart, and surprise their alien invaders. But the victory doesn't come without consequences. The aliens are terrified, not just of the humans' ability to fight, but of their spirit. They quickly regroup, recalibrating their tactics. They know this will be a harder conquest than they originally thought. This moment of victory for humanity is fleeting, but it sends a powerful message: the aliens have not broken the human will. Earth is still standing, and as long as there's breath in the human chest, the fight will continue. As the camera pulls back, the scene cuts to Riley's team preparing for their next mission, knowing that the road ahead will be long and dangerous. The Zarvii are regrouping, their forces mobilizing for a counterstrike, but the humans now know one thing for certain: the fight has only just begun, and they are ready for whatever comes next. As the alien invasion continues to wreak havoc on Earth, humanity's leaders are forced to put aside their differences and form a united front. The world's governments join together in an unprecedented alliance, pooling their resources in a desperate attempt to fight back. Despite this unity, Earth's technology remains far behind that of the Zarvii. Their weapons are powerful, their machines nearly invincible, and humanity seems completely outmatched. But the resistance does not back down. Captain Riley's squad, a small group of elite soldiers, is at the heart of humanity's fight. Though they don't have the high-tech weaponry of the aliens, they possess something more valuable: ingenuity and determination. They use guerrilla tactics, striking quickly and retreating before the aliens can retaliate. With every mission, they learn more about the Zarvii's technology and how to disrupt it. The battles are brutal. Riley's team ambushes alien patrols in the dark of night, using a combination of stealth, explosives, and even hacked alien tech to gain an edge. The humans steal alien weapons and reverse engineer them, figuring out how to use their technology against them. One by one, they begin to disable the Zarvii's superior weapons, including their cloaking devices and communication systems. It's slow, difficult work, but with each victory, no matter how small, the resistance grows stronger. For Riley, the fight is personal. She can't help but think of her brother Bonner, who was killed in the first wave of attacks. His death weighs heavily on her, and it fuels her desire for revenge. Bonner was more than just family, he was her partner in battle, and his loss has left a hole in her heart that no victory can fill. Every mission she leads, every alien they take down, is driven by his memory. Riley is not just fighting for survival, she's fighting to honor him and to make sure that no more innocent lives are lost. Her team follows her without question, not just because of her skills, but because they can see the fire in her eyes. Riley leads with fierce determination, and her leadership inspires those around her. They know that despite the odds, they can win. They know that as long as Riley keeps pushing forward, they have a chance. The resistance is starting to take shape. It's not perfect, and it's not easy, but it's growing stronger every day. With each small victory, Earth is learning how to fight back. And with Riley at the helm, they know they won't stop until they've driven the Zarvii off their planet for good. As the resistance continues to fight back against the Zarvii invaders, their knowledge of alien technology grows stronger. Every mission, every skirmish teaches them more about their enemy's weaknesses. The Zarvii's advanced systems are powerful, but they're not invincible. The humans begin to learn how to hack into alien technology, slowly turning the tide. One of their greatest successes comes when they manage to sabotage a major alien supply station. It's a bold move, but it pays off. With the station destroyed, the Zarvii lose critical resources, and their momentum takes a serious blow. It's a small victory, but it shows that the resistance can make a difference, even in the face of overwhelming odds. As the days pass, the resistance begins to gain ground. Their attacks are becoming more coordinated, more effective. They've learned to use alien tech against the invaders, cloaking devices, communication jammers, and even alien weapons, giving them the edge they need to stay one step ahead. But the Zarvii are not easily defeated. Their AI systems are constantly analyzing and predicting human tactics, adjusting their strategies accordingly. Each move the humans make is being watched, calculated, and countered. The Zarvii are learning, but so is the resistance. It's a deadly game of cat and mouse. The stakes are higher than ever. The resistance has learned of the Zarvii mothership, the heart of the alien fleet, and their new mission is clear: infiltrate the mothership and destroy its central AI, which controls all of the Zarvii operations. Taking down the AI would be a devastating blow to the alien forces, cutting off their ability to coordinate attacks and forcing them to operate without a central command. But it's a dangerous mission, one that could cost them everything. The humans push forward with guerrilla tactics, using speed and surprise to outmaneuver the alien forces. High-speed chases through abandoned streets, intense firefights between alien robots and human soldiers, fill the air with the sounds of battle. The resistance soldiers, cloaked by stolen alien technology, dart through the shadows, invisible to their enemies. They're ghosts in the night, striking quickly and disappearing before the Zarvii can retaliate. But with each victory, the cost becomes heavier. Riley's team faces devastating losses. Each day, more of her soldiers fall, their bodies strewn across the battlefield, victims of the alien onslaught. Riley watches as her friends and comrades are taken from her, and the emotional weight of the war begins to take its toll. She's haunted by the death of her brother Bonner, his memories still fresh in her mind. She sees his face in every fallen soldier, feels his loss with every step she takes. The pressure of leading her team, of knowing that their survival depends on her, weighs heavily on her heart. The war has become personal. Riley's resolve begins to crack as she faces the uncertainty of their survival. She knows that their next mission could be their last, and that each fight brings them closer to the brink of extinction. But despite the overwhelming grief and the losses they've endured, the resistance refuses to give up. They fight on, driven by the belief that they can still win, that humanity can still take back their planet. The battle for Earth is far from over, but with each small victory, the resistance gains strength. They are no longer just survivors, they are warriors, and they will continue to fight until the last breath. The fight is brutal, the stakes are high, but the spirit of humanity remains unbroken. As the war between humans and the Zarvii intensifies, the alien forces begin to realize something they hadn't expected. The Zarvii general, a ruthless and calculating leader, watches as his forces struggle to contain the growing resistance. At first, he thought humanity was simply fighting to survive, but now he sees that the humans are fighting for something more, they are fighting to win. The Zarvii general, who has always relied on his advanced AI systems to predict and control the battlefield, begins to sense an alarming shift. His AI, once confident in the aliens' superiority, now struggles to keep up with the humans. The humans are adapting faster than the AI can predict. Their tactics are constantly changing, and their use of alien technology against them has caught the Zarvii off guard. The general receives reports of smaller, but consistent, victories by the human resistance, and the more he learns, the more he realizes the true depth of the threat. His AI, which had once calculated the Zarvii's near-perfect victory, now warns the general of a new reality: the humans are learning and adapting at an unprecedented rate. Their ability to fight with limited resources, using hacked alien tech and guerrilla tactics, is making them increasingly difficult to defeat. The AI even begins to predict that, if left unchecked, humanity could actually win this war. The Zarvii general feels a deep sense of dread. He has underestimated humanity's resilience, and now it's too late to reverse course. In the midst of this growing panic, Captain Riley and her team prepare for their final assault on the Zarvii mothership. Their mission is clear: they must plant explosives at the core of the mothership to destroy its central AI, the heart of the Zarvii's command and control system. If they succeed, it could cripple the entire alien fleet and turn the tide of the war in humanity's favor. But the stakes are high, and the risks are greater than ever. If they fail, the entire resistance could be wiped out in an instant. With determination in their hearts, Riley's team makes their way into the heart of the mothership. As they plant the explosives, the countdown begins, ticking away with the heavy weight of impending destruction. But they don't just rely on the explosives. As the final moments approach, they unleash their ultimate weapon, their war music. Over the mothership's alien systems, the familiar sound of rock anthems, metal, and war chants blast out, causing chaos among the Zarvii soldiers. The intense noise disrupts their cybernetic enhancements, scrambling their systems and throwing them into disarray. Tension builds as the countdown continues. The team fights their way through the chaos, their path to escape growing narrower with every second. The explosions in the mothership's core threaten to tear the ship apart, but they can't stop now. They are running out of time. As the mothership begins to collapse, the team's resolve is put to the ultimate test. Will they make it out alive? Can they survive long enough to see the mission through to its devastating conclusion? The heart-pounding climax of humanity's struggle against the Zarvii comes when Captain Riley faces the Zarvii general in a brutal, hand-to-hand combat sequence aboard the alien mothership. The air is thick with tension as the two adversaries come face to face. The general, an imposing figure enhanced by alien technology, stands much taller and stronger than Riley. His advanced cybernetic limbs and powerful physical abilities give him the clear advantage in this fight. With every blow he delivers, Riley feels the weight of her body struggling to keep up. But Riley doesn't back down. Despite the general's superior strength and technology, she fights with everything she has. Every punch, every kick, every move is fueled by the memory of her fallen comrades, especially her brother Bonner, whose death still burns in her heart. Riley is not just fighting for survival, she's fighting for the future of humanity, for every life lost in this war. Her determination drives her to push through the pain and exhaustion, even as the general lands blow after blow, knocking her back with each strike. Meanwhile, Riley's team works quickly to put the final phase of their plan into motion. As the general focuses all his attention on Riley, the team manages to broadcast the ultimate war anthem across the mothership's communication system. This is no ordinary song, it's a powerful anthem, a musical composition that has become a symbol of humanity's defiance, a rallying cry for the resistance. The song is filled with the sounds of rock and metal, intertwined with war chants, a declaration of humanity's strength and will to survive. The moment the music blares through the mothership's speakers, the Zarvii general is visibly shaken. He attempts to use his advanced AI to override the song, to silence the humans' defiant sound. But the anthem is too powerful. The music disrupts the connection between the general and his AI systems, scrambling his thoughts and causing his cybernetic enhancements to malfunction. The Zarvii general's once imposing presence begins to falter, his movements slowing as the song invades his mind. In that moment of weakness, Riley seizes her chance. She launches herself at the general, summoning every ounce of strength left in her body. With a final, powerful strike, Riley lands a fatal blow, piercing the general's defenses and bringing him to the ground. The general, stunned and broken, tries to fight back, but it's too late. His control over his forces and his AI systems is gone, leaving him vulnerable. The mighty Zarvii leader falls, defeated. As the general collapses, Riley stands over him, breathless but victorious. The song continues to play, a symbol of humanity's triumph over impossible odds. The Zarvii forces, now without their leader, lose their coordination and begin to fall apart. Riley's team watches as the enemy crumbles, knowing that the battle for Earth is finally over. Humanity has won, not through technology or sheer power, but through sheer willpower and defiance. The war anthem wasn't just music, it was the embodiment of humanity's strength, determination, and unity. Riley looks down at the fallen general, a mixture of exhaustion and relief washing over her. She has avenged her fallen comrades and, more importantly, secured humanity's future. Earth is free, but the cost of victory has been high. As Riley and her team make their way out of the collapsing mothership, they know the war is over, but the scars it has left behind will remain forever. The battle is over. The alien fleet, once so powerful and unyielding, begins to retreat from Earth. The mothership, now in ruins, floats in space, a silent testament to humanity's strength and resilience. As the Zarvii ships disappear into the distance, Earth is left to pick up the pieces. The destruction is vast, and the cost of victory is impossible to ignore. But humanity has proven something crucial: no matter how advanced the enemy, the human spirit cannot be broken. Riley, standing amidst the devastation, looks out at the remnants of her city. The landscape is scarred, buildings reduced to rubble, and the once bustling streets now eerily quiet. Despite the victory, there is no celebration, no fanfare. The price of this win has been too high. Her heart aches with the loss of so many, including her brother Bonner, whose death still haunts her. His face is in every corner of the battlefield, in every fallen comrade. She never thought she would outlive him, and now, she's left to carry the weight of his memory. Riley reflects on the sacrifices her team made. The soldiers who fought beside her, the friends she watched fall, their bodies now lost to the war. Each one of them was a hero in their own right, giving everything for the survival of Earth. As she stands in the ruins, Riley can't help but wonder if it was worth it. The victory feels hollow without the people she loved standing beside her. The war has taken so much from her, from everyone. Yet, there's a quiet strength in knowing that they didn't give up, didn't surrender to the Zarvii. Even though Earth is forever changed, there's still hope. The sound of war music, the song that symbolized their victory, can still be faintly heard in the air. It echoes through the empty streets, a reminder of the unity, defiance, and spirit that won them the war. It's a symbol of humanity's refusal to bow down, even in the face of annihilation. The human spirit is unbreakable, and the victory is a testament to that. As the camera zooms out, Riley remains standing, her face a mixture of sorrow and hope. The song continues to play, softly in the background, as she stares up at the stars. She knows that humanity has earned its place in the galaxy. The Zarvii may have been defeated, but the war has changed Earth forever. But there is something else, something powerful. Earth has proven that no force, no alien race, no technology can crush the will of humankind. Riley may have lost everything she held dear, but in the quiet of the night, with the stars above her, she knows that humanity has a future. The camera continues to pull away, leaving Riley in the center of the devastated city, but her resolve is clear. The war is over, but the story of humanity's survival has just begun.